Hey everyone, KIC here with a 3-minute review of the 2014 Razer Blade 14-inch gaming notebook. This is a high-quality gaming notebook that packs a lot of punch into a small form factor. Let's talk about the good stuff. The screen is amazing, 3200 by 1800 native resolution. It's gorgeous, sharp, great colors, has a good viewing angle, and it's even a touchscreen. They also packed a pretty fast CPU under the hood, 8 gigs of RAM, and a GeForce 870M video card that's strong enough to hang with most of the current games. The speakers even sound pretty good. The keyboard was a big surprise to me because it just plain feels nice to type on. I'm a writer, so a good keyboard is important. Take it from me, it's a good keyboard. Only quirk, the function key is in a funny spot. Let's talk about aesthetics for a second. They took some cues from Apple on their design, and you know what? It paid off. It looks good, it feels good. This is a high quality piece of machinery. Razer gets serious kudos for what they've done. Some of the so-so stuff would be the touchpad, which, even though it's good and responsive, the buttons on it feel cheap and flimsy. Also, it doesn't have many ports, 3 USB ports, 1 HDMI port, and an audio jack. You're not going to plug much into it. Speaking of plugging things into it, don't look to add another drive. Unfortunately, even though the 870M is a good card, you're going to have to turn your settings down to play at native resolution. Otherwise, don't expect to get 60 frames per second. It's also a really expensive piece of hardware, but in fairness, you're getting a lot of hardware for that price tag. So, what are some of the problems with it? Unfortunately, Windows, even though it itself is ready for HiDPI, the rest of the world isn't. Steam, Chrome, some things just don't look good. The text is small, the text is blurry, it really makes it a pain to use it, and you almost have to change the resolution to something other than native, which kind of destroys the point of getting the laptop. The notebook also gets really hot. It's all aluminum, which is good when it comes to dissipating heat, but keep in mind that because it's all aluminum, that means it's going to get hot. Yes, the WASD keys don't get too hot, but everywhere else, well, especially around where the power button is, you can actually burn yourself, or get darn close, I would think. That's how hot it gets. The battery life is also crummy. Yes, it's a gaming notebook and that's what you should expect, but Razer claims 6 hours, but when they say that, they mean 6 hours of notepad. You're going to get about 1 hour of playing games, and I've been getting about 5 hours with turning the GeForce card off in Windows. The fans are also really loud when it spins up, but that's to be expected because, did I mention, it gets hot. So what's the verdict? This is a great portable gaming machine if you're willing to accept that Windows isn't ready for HiDPI and you won't be running all of the new, current games at the native resolution with every setting dialed high. If you remember it's a gaming notebook and that battery life is going to suffer and the whole darn thing is going to be scorching hot during a gaming session, I think you'll be happy with it. Feel free to ask any questions and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching. See you later.